Hello everybody, my name is Brandon and I am the digital literacy trainer here at Kingsville Public Library. I'm presenting this Check It Out video to you today, and it's going to be about LastPass. LastPass is a safe and secure way to keep your passwords in a digital format where you can have ease of access to them anywhere you are, which is super nice with your phone app or the web application. Very nice program, highly recommend it. Can't stress enough that you keep your passwords in a safe area, a way that you won't forget them, in a place where you won't forget them, and have ease of access to them anytime you may need it. So, let's talk about LastPass. LastPass is an internet-based digital password manager that allows you to save passwords online. LastPass was created in the late 2000s by Marbasol, and over the years, LastPass has significantly improved, and it is now one of the most popular password managers on the market. LastPass is available both on your phone and on your computer, which allows you to sync passwords with ease on all of your devices. LastPass uses encryption as well to secure your passwords and to ensure that you're safe and your passwords are safe online. It's a very, very nice application to have if you want to just keep your passwords safe and organized. So next, why should I save my passwords digitally? Well, I can give you a few reasons as to why. Ease of access is one of the largest ones that you'll have. You'll probably be online one day. It's like, oh no, I forgot that email or certain password to an account that I wanted to remember, but I just forgot. I don't know where my password is. I don't have it written down. Well, if you use LastPass, you'll have ease of access to all of your passwords anywhere. If you incorporate this into your workflow and in your daily routine, you can access them anywhere at any time on all of your devices, which is super nice, super easy for you, so you can keep everything nice and organized. Because with physical stuff and writing them down in real life, it is a good backup to have. But I do recommend storing your passwords online just in case if those get lost, destroyed, or something happens to them. It gives you that extra layer of protection and backup when you're saving your passwords. So, another thing that you can do and that they provide is the digital backup, as I said. If it gets destroyed, it's all there, it's all safe. You don't have to worry about a thing. Multi-factor authentication is another thing that's really nice. When you put your passwords online, you probably want it to be fairly secure, and very secure actually. You want it to be as tight and locked down as it's safe. Well, multi-factor authentication is just one of those ways that it's super safe and you don't have to worry about anyone tampering with your account, because if they try to log in, and I'll explain how to set this up in a bit, but if they try to log in, you'll have to approve them from your own mobile device to say, yes, I want that person to sign in, or no, I don't want that person to sign in. And that's very simple to set up, and I'll walk through that process a little bit later. And then one of the final things why I say you should save them digitally is because it tells you about data breach warnings. So many times some of these bigger companies, if I go back even a few years, Target was a big company that was hit by a password attack, and it stole I believe millions of users' accounts and passwords, and it exposed their private information. And if those users didn't change their passwords, then they would already have them, and they'd have all your information written down. All the attackers would have all of that. So what it will do essentially is say, hey, this company was attacked. What you're going to go and do is reset your password to make sure that any of your safe and important information is not compromised. Very, very great thing to have. So if you like this, let's move on to the sign up and installation process. As you can see here. So signing up is fairly easy. The first thing that you want to go to do, that you're going to want to do, is go to lastpass.com. As you can see here, I have the link. You can go there, and in the upper right hand corner, you're going to press Get LastPass Free. Once you do this, can move on to our next slide here. Very simple website, very simple interface. Once we go here, you'll have an option to enter your password, enter your email, and also enter your master password. When creating your account, please make sure that your master password is very strong, and also that it is written down, because this master password is what's going to keep all of your passwords essentially very safe. You can write down, you can make it what you want. It has a few things, requirements, like one of them here is at least 12 characters long, at least one number, at least one lowercase letter and one uppercase letter, and it can't be anything regarding your email. They have some requirements for you to do. So once you have that written down, make sure that's stored in a safe place and use it for reference later. You'll use it to actually sign in on your phone and your computer in the future as well by simply inputting your email and your password. Very simple process. It's kind of easy to use when you go through it, but just remember, your master password is very important and you do not want it to get lost. If that means writing it down 2 or 3 times, putting them in separate locations physically, I'd recommend that, because once you kind of lose your master password, you don't have too many other ways to get in. The reset process is doable, but it does take a lot of time. And if that ever happens to you with one of your accounts or even with LastPass, please let me know and we'll go through the reset process together. If you schedule an appointment with me, we'll get it all sorted out. So you can also set a reminder of what your password is, kind of like your dog Sparky. You put Sparky into the password and you can say, oh, one of the things that I can remember is that it had Sparky incorporated into it. So that's just one of the many things you can do. Alright, so once you go and sign up, you'll press sign up. It's free, that button right there, and then it will take you to your LastPass vault. And we're going to talk about the setup and configuration here. As you can tell, we have a few different menus, a few different buttons. We're going to be talking about them here in just a quick second. So the first thing we're going to detail is our side panel. The side panel information is pretty crucial to what you want and what you'll need. It's basically one of your main ways of organizing your passwords and finding them with relative ease. As you can tell here, oh, whoops, sorry, we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves here. Sorry about that. As you can tell here, you have everything from passwords, notes, addresses, payment cards, bank accounts, sharing center account settings, advanced options, and help in this side panel. All these might seem very intimidating, but actually they are quite simple. One of the quick things I want to mention as well is LastPass isn't just used for passwords. You can save a lot more in LastPass, such as notes. Say you have a secure note that you want to put down and say, hey, I'm going to need to remember this for future reference, but I don't want anybody knowing it. I want it safe and secure. That is the exact way to do so. You'll press that, and it will take you to all of your notes. You can put addresses in here for family members. Say you don't want them written down, so anybody who comes into your house, just open up your mailing address and see everybody you know, and you really don't want that. You can go and put them in here, and it's a simple setup. We'll talk about that in a bit as well, but remember, this is just for organizing. Quick note as well is that all items that are marked with a purple diamond are not for the free version of free users, and that's one of the things that you can't do with a free account. You can upgrade. They have their other plans and pricing, but personally, I just say you can skip over that for the most part at the moment. But if you do want to, I recommend getting premium as well. As you can tell here, now we'll go through the process of adding a password. So there are a few different ways you can add a password into the vault. One of them is by simply going to a website and inputting your username and password, but this is another way of doing so, and I kind of recommend this a lot more than doing that. So in the bottom right corner of your vault here, vault over there, that you'll see is that you'll have the Add Item button. You're going to go and click on that, and then you're going to go and press Password. When you go and press Password, you can basically choose what it is. We'll go through that in a second, but I just wanted to note here while you're at the screen as well, this is where you can put in secure note, address, payment card, like say you want your credit card in here just in case if you want to use it. If you've got your wallet, you could totally do that. You also have your bank account, which you can put in here, some important information that you may need in the future that you may not always have on you, but now you do. Adding a password now, so let's just say you clicked on the password icon. This is the prompt that will show up right after that. It will ask you for a few different things. One of them is the URL. The URL is basically the link that the website is. So usually, as you can tell here, it's https example.com. You can put in any of the address. You can basically copy and paste the website address link into that bar, and it will recognize that and go, okay, yeah, that's the website. You'll have your name here, the full name for the website that you'll put in. You can put your name in there, and then you can put the website username in the username box, and you can also put in the site password in the password box. Also, just a quick note, make sure you have everything in there safe, and you can also organize it with the folder. You also have your notes section as well, which is optional. You don't have to put it in there, but I do recommend putting a little note saying, hey, this was created this date, so if I want to reference it back in the future, say, oh yeah, I created it that date, or just anything you want to put in there. That might be important to the account. So I'm going to go through to the next slide here. So viewing a saved password. So once you go through and you click save, obviously you see on your vault that it saves it. And it will save it in this little square icon. It might have a different one. Say if you sign in with Amazon, it will have a little Amazon icon, and it's like, okay, that's my Amazon password. But for example, this was the one that I just created. As you can tell, it has the username John Doe in there, and it also has the username there. And if you click on it, you can see the details of that password. You can also edit the password details by selecting on the item and editing it with a little pencil icon. But as you can see, that's your vault, and it's all saved in a nice, orderly fashion right there. Next is search and organize. Search and organize is definitely useful, especially for when you start gaining a lot of passwords in here. It will be hard to start finding them right off the bat, and you can use the little search my vault icon and button in the upper hand section of the screen. You can type in, like say, Amazon. I need to find my Amazon password. So we'll type in Amazon there, and it will come up, which is very nice. You also have search, sort by, magnify, and views, which will all help you organize your passwords and find them with ease. I recommend tweaking with your settings, seeing what works for you and what doesn't, and going from there. I mean, it's very intuitive, and it allows you to do and see a lot of different views within there. So after that, we're going to go and set up multi-factor authentication. If you go to account settings under multi-factor options, you can go and change the multi-factor setup. If you could give me one quick second. I recommend setting this up because it is very, very important if you want to keep a very safe and very secure password and secure account just in general. As I was saying previously, it will send a request to another device or your phone. It will usually be your phone. You'll probably have to download an authenticator application on your phone. As you can tell here, it gives you tons of different options with LastPass, Google Authenticator, or even Microsoft Authenticator, which I recommend and I use personally because it secures my account and gives me an extra peace of mind when I'm going through and saving my passwords online. Highly recommend setting it up. It's optional, of course, but I do recommend that you set it up to secure your account and to keep everything very safe and very secure. So now let's just kind of detail. Whoa, skipped ahead again. Oh man, sorry about that. So now let's kind of detail the Chrome browser add-on and also the app for your mobile device. So right here we have the Chrome browser add-on. So the first thing that you're going to do is go and browse to the Chrome Web Store. The Chrome Web Store is a place where you can go and add applications to your browser. Say you need a PDF editor, you can go and put that in there. As you can see, that one that they recommended was Cami. I recommend using that too, but that's optional. That's something for another video, for another date. But you can go and input that there, which is very nice and streamlined. But what we're going to do is search for LastPass in the Chrome Web Store. As you can tell, I gave the link right here to the Chrome Web Store that you will go and use to find the LastPass thing. And once you install it, it's a very simple installation process. All you'll go and do is press the button that says install, install add-on, and we'll go through and you'll sign in with your username and your master password for LastPass, and that will get you into the account, and it will allow you to have your passwords auto-filled to any website, which is very nice. You can go through and just click on the little icon. As you can tell, I went to Instagram and I circled it in red right there, and you can see that that little icon, once you click on it, you can choose which account it's for, which is very nice. You'll just go and click on the account that you want to sign into, and it will put in your either your username or phone number, and it will also put in your password, and you'll be into your account. Very simple, very streamlined. Highly recommend it. So after that, you can go and install the LastPass app on your phone or iPad or device. It works both on Android and Apple. As you can tell, here's LastPass Password Manager. All you have to do is download it. It's free again. You don't have to worry about paying for anything unless you want to do the subscription, which I recommend, but it's not needed for you to save your passwords in a very safe, very secure digital format. So you'll just press, as you can see there, Get. You'll press the Get button and then go through the installation process. And it's very similar to the Chrome add-on. You'll go through and you'll put in your username and your master password. Very simple, very streamlined. Highly recommend it. And once you do that, you'll be able to have your passwords autofilled on multiple applications and even on browsers on your phone or mobile device. Very simple. Highly recommend. Definitely check out the app. It's highly rated. It's hit billboards multiple times. I recommend this application. So final thoughts. As you can tell, LastPass is a very useful tool for password management and organization. I've had multiple patrons come into the past in the past, and they couldn't find a certain password to a certain device, and we've had to go through and reset all the passwords. It's a very long and grueling process, and something that's easily avoidable if you go through and install LastPass. It will keep everything very safe. It will keep records of every password that you save. Highly recommend it for keeping everything in one safe and simple place. You don't have to worry about anything. It's just very streamlined. Highly recommend that. You can easily access your passwords across devices. As I was saying, the ease of access to your passwords is quite stunning, and it provides you with multiple ways to get to your passwords with ease, as long as you have your master password with you. Can't stress that enough. Create a safe and secure master password. Every password is stored in one place. Again, you won't have to go out of your way to find one of your passwords that you lost a while back, that you don't know where it is or what happened to it, so you have to go through the whole long reset process, which is doable, but not very fun, not highly recommended. And then LastPass is free. That's one of my favorite things. It's very free, it's very free, it's free, very safe, and very secure. That's what I meant to say. It's very nice. You can go and save it anywhere. I mean, you have high encryption on there, so nobody's getting into your account unless you want them to. Everything's very streamlined, very simple. Highly recommend this application for anyone who's looking for some way to manage their passwords without having to go through a long installation process or having a vault on your computer that's all weird and stuff. It's easy, and you're able to access it anywhere, which I really love. So yeah, those are kind of my final thoughts. Thank you for tuning in. This video was presented by Guiding Ohio Online, which is what is funding me right now at this moment through a grant. The Institute of Museum and Library Services, big thank you, and the State Library, can't thank you more. This project was made possible in part by the Institute of Museum and Library Services and the State Library of Ohio. Thank you all, and thank you for tuning in. Again, my name is Brandon. If you have any tech issues or tech problems that you need me to solve, or you need help with, or you kind of want to learn, it could be anything from your computer shutting down and you don't know why it can't turn back on, or it could be something like resetting a password, helping with a job application, or even just making sure that your essay that you're writing or paragraph or whatever you're writing is very nice and it's spelled correctly and you have all the right formatting. I can help you with that as well. If you have any questions, feel free to stop by the Kingsville Public Library. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you again. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.